Hi, today I'm going to take you through step by step how to make this creative and techy Mother's Day card. So we're going to be using the iPads to make these, and there's a few apps that we need. We need our camera, we need the photos, we need Sketchbook Express, and we need Pages. And the first thing that we're going to do is have the students take a selfie using the camera. So when they choose the camera, they hit this button right here to turn it around, and then they can take a selfie. I've already have my selfie that I'm going to use, so I'm not going to be taking one today. But try to have them, after they take their selfie, here's the one I'm going to use, have them have their mouth open so that they look excited like they're talking because we're going to be using a speech bubble. Have their hand out so that they can be holding flowers, or they could even have a fist so that they're holding a bouquet of flowers. So give them some time because the kids will get very particular and have each other take pictures of them. Tell them though, you want it to be a close-up of their face kind of in their hand because we don't want to have their whole body. Parents want to see their faces, so really talk to them about focusing on the faces. So once they have their pictures, we're going to open Sketchbook Express. We're going to come down here and push the one that has the flower and the plus sign because this means we want to upload a picture. We want to use from our photo library. Oops. And our camera roll. I'm going to choose my picture. So there we go. So now I have my picture on here. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to take away the background. Most of your students' backgrounds will probably be in a classroom, and we don't really want a classroom background for this little project. So we're going to actually, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to erase the background. So I hold down on the pen and I'm going to choose this big eraser. I don't want the radius too big yet. We're going to say that for later. We're going to start with a smaller radius as we trace around. And now this part can be difficult for your students who are a little bit younger if you're doing this with second graders. It's really good for fine motor practice, but have them just go nice and slow because it's going to take them a while. If they make a mistake, that's okay. Just have them hit that back button and it erases it. So you're going to have them trace around their whole body. And I'm going to actually now make the radius a little bit thicker. And I'm going to trace around it one more time. And now I'm going to do it, make it even thicker. Okay, once you think you have your whole background erased, or your students do, have them click up here and click on this button that says transform. Because what that's going to do is I want to move this, make it a little smaller. Oh, because look, up at the top, I didn't finish erasing that part. So now I'm going to go back to my eraser, and I'm going to finish erasing. I'm going to go back to transform, and I'm going to make myself big again. Done. Okay, so now we are ready to draw in our flowers. So as I said, kids can either have like a fist or be holding their hand out. We can put some flowers on here. So now I'm going to choose, I like to choose this paintbrush. I like the radius, oh, not that thin, probably right around there. And I start with the stem, so I'm going to pick kind of a green color. And I'm going to draw some of my, kind of my stems and leaves. Okay, and then you can go and choose a different color. My mom really likes yellow. I'm going to give her some yellow flowers. And then maybe choose one more color. Okay, so now I've drawn my flowers for my mom. If your students have a stylus, it might be easier, but I'm just using my fingers for this because we don't have styluses. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually now type in, because we're going to use the text and we're going to have type in that we're saying Happy Mother's Day. So I click up there and I'm going to click on text. And look, I've already typed it in, but you would just have them type in. And if I want to change the color of it, I kind of like that it matches my flowers, but if you wanted to change the color, you can tap down here. Or we can change the font. All right, and now we need to do our speech bubble around it. So I'm going to click on the done, and now I'm going to draw in my speech bubble. I'm going to go back here. And I need to change it back to the black. So now I have my speech bubble that says Happy Mother's Day. I'm shouting it out. And once you think you are all done, you can click on this little plus sign. And we want to click on Save. When we go here, we should have our picture saved. So I'm going to click on it because when it's highlighted in blue, I now want to save this picture to my camera roll. So I'm going to click this one with the little arrow because I want to send it away to my photo library. And you can pick which orientation. You should have our new updated picture there. All right, so it says Happy Mother's Day. Awesome. So now we finished with Sketchbook Express and we want to add our picture into Pages. So we're going to be opening a new document. And so when we want to add on our picture, I'm going to have him hit the plus, hit the photos, recently added. I want this new one. My picture, I might click on the paintbrush because, ooh, there's some fun little options. Maybe I'll make it like a picture frame. You can add a border to it. Okay, so once you've added your picture, now you are ready to have your students type in their poems. We're going to do some formatting of their poems. So I always have them put their finger down and hold. We're going to select all. And we're going to come over here to the paintbrush because that's going to tell us that we can change our style. So for this poem, we might want to have it centered. And we're going to, let's increase the font size. And we can even change the font. I tell my students that for their actual poem and their writing, it needs to be in a font that's easy to read. So then I'll let them go a little crazy with their title. You can have them change the style. Now we can look at it. So if you decide you want to make this card with your students, head on over to my website at theprimaryprofessor.com for my free downloadable resource for writing special person poetry. This is perfect for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, anytime you want to have your students write a poem for that special someone. All right, again, that's theprimaryprofessor.com.